Esther was a young Jewish orphan living in Persia, a foreigner in a powerful and refined empire. She had no prestigious heritage, no fortune, and no political influence. She lived under the care of her cousin Mordecai in a context of exile where her people were a minority and vulnerable. One day, the king of Persia, Xerxes I, sought a new wife. A decree was published throughout the kingdom. The most beautiful young women would be gathered at the palace to be presented to the king. In the streets of Susa, the excitement was palpable. Noble families were preparing. The daughters of dignitaries were perfumed, adorned with gold jewelry, and dressed in shining silks. The corridors of the palace echoed with confident laughter and ambitious whispers. This time, the crown will go to a girl of noble blood, people whispered. In the middle of this excitement stood Esther. She wore simple clothes, sometimes second-hand, adjusted as best as possible. No chests filled with jewels. No influential family procession. Some young women looked at her with condescension. She is presenting herself too, one murmured, while adjusting her diadem. She has no chance, another replied, stifling a laugh. Esther heard them. She felt the looks, the silent judgments, the cruel comparisons. Her heart was beating fast. She knew that, humanly speaking, she was not the favorite. That evening, alone in her room, she whispered a prayer. Lord, I have nothing impressive to offer. If I must find favor, let it be through your favor and not through my appearance. The day of the presentations arrived. The corridors were illuminated with golden torches. The air was saturated with incense and perfumes. Guards stood motionless, framing the entrance to the royal hall. Each candidate passed before the king. Some walked forward with confidence, others with calculation. Dresses sparkled under the chandeliers, bracelets chimed at every step. The king observed. He listened. He evaluated. But something was missing. Then it was Esther's turn. She entered without ostentation. Her walk was calm. Her clothes were simple compared to the others, but her gaze was peaceful. There was an inner light within her that neither makeup nor gold could produce. Silence filled the hall. The king slightly lifted his head. What is your name? He asked. Esther, my lord, she answered in a gentle but firm voice. He looked at her longer than the others, not only because of her beauty, because she was beautiful, but because of that unexplainable grace that surrounded her. The counselors exchanged surprised glances. The king felt an unusual peace, a deep attraction beyond physical appearance. Stay, he simply said. In the corridors, the other candidates whispered